Welcome to
The Best You Podcast.
Welcome to the Best You Podcast. My name is Josh Coates. This is a podcast that will be a collection of ideas about success in spirit, soul, and body, as well as persevering to see your dreams come true. So here's a little about me. I am 29, have a beautiful wife, and 3 very active boys. I grew up right outside of Wichita, Kansas in a small town called Hayesville. My life consisted of sports, girlfriends, and church. I was the sheltered kid that was always looking for trouble and learned to be way too loud to get attention. Early in high school, I gave my life to God, this time for real, and began a quest for God and purpose. Through some bad examples and an extreme personality, I found myself somewhere on the border of insanity with reading my Bible, praying, and witnessing to everyone I knew. It took me years to understand that a life for God was not a matter of works, but an acceptance of what He has already done for me. It is now my quest to share practical knowledge about being a whole person, which includes living a life of discipline in your spirit, soul, and body, as well as learning to pursue your destiny in spite of how rough this path may get. So in this podcast, I'm going to talk a lot about balance, practical knowledge, and finding your purpose. I feel that the world, and especially the church, has a severe case of extremes. People who are extreme about God, or extreme about fitness, or extreme about their career, but so few have found the balance that includes God, health, and their passions. So why is balance so important? Let's think about this from a couple of perspectives. How successful would a basketball player be if he had massive size, incredible strength, and yet no speed? I think about people like Shaquille O'Neal, who was just so incredibly dominant at the beginning of his career. He would block shots, rebound, and even shatter backboards regularly with his power dunks. But as he got older, he put on some weight, slowed down, he became a lot less effective. How about a vehicle? You could have the best looking, fastest driving car in the world. But if you don't change the oil, over time it's just going to fall apart. Now I want you to think about your life. How long do you want to live? How many lives do you want to reach? Are you that car that needs an oil change? Or the basketball player who has lost his speed? It doesn't matter how godly of a person you are. If you don't take care of your body, your influence will not last if your body cannot last. It doesn't matter how successful of a business person you are. Your money will mean nothing if you haven't established an eternal purpose through God. We are a being made up of spirit, soul, and body. If one of these areas becomes sluggish, it affects our whole being. When I was 16, my family moved to Missouri to start a church. When things didn't work out, my older brother, who was also my best friend, moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I didn't have any close friends in Missouri, and my family's financial situation was really bad as a result of the failed church. The only way I knew to deal with this pain was to lock myself up in a room and pray for hours a day. I stopped playing basketball because I didn't think it was spiritual enough. I stopped playing guitar because it wasn't spiritual enough either. I stopped spending time with people that I didn't think were spiritual enough. I felt that through my hours of prayer, I had become too spiritually mature to do anything but pray, read, and go to church. I also found myself feeling guilty anytime I did any of those carnal things I had given up. I found myself depressed, tired, and lonely. I had played sports all of my life and used to be able to run for miles without a problem. Now I found myself in PE, barely being able to run laps around the gym. I would go home every day after school and take naps. Although I'd led 2 Bible studies, led over 20 people to Christ, and went to every church meeting possible, I was a sad and lonely kid. Fortunately, God brought some great people into my life that really helped me out. I started hanging out with a good buddy, Josh Marsh, who would later become my best friend and bandmate. We would stay up late, play music, and even try to skateboard together. I finally came out of my shell and started having fun again. Years later, after being married, my wife began getting healthy and has inspired me to start eating healthy and exercising. I now listen to podcasts all day long at work on purpose, success, and positive thinking. I started this podcast because I believe that I have found the magic formula to life, success, and joy. It's not an easy thing, but if you'll just make it a point to grow as a whole person, spirit, soul, and body, and pursue the purpose that you were born for, you will find that you will be full of life, energy, joy, and peace. It doesn't mean life will be easy. It doesn't mean there won't be challenges. It doesn't mean that overnight you will get your dream job. It just means that you will be prepared for the challenges and you will have a reason to last through the storms of life. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Josh Coates, and please check back next time for more on being the best you.
And stand strong. Lift your head, lift your eyes. It won't be long. It won't be long. Turn to you, what will you do? It's time to divide the leaders from the tribe, the shepherds from the sheep, the ten from the alive. I know you've got what it takes. Can you forget all your mistakes and sins? And stand strong.